So I'm in Zhuhai. I arrived last night at this city. I took the train down. The high-speed train is pretty cool. From Zhongshan to Zhuhai, it's about a 40-minute ride and less than $10, and it's very convenient. It drops you off right at the port, right at Gongbei port. I'm just here on the street, not far from my hotel. If you look behind me here, just about 2 blocks, that is Gongbei port, where you cross over into Macau. I'm not doing Macau today. I'll do that another time. I've been there a few times. I absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun. And then behind me here, you got the mountains, which has pretty decent hiking. I came here last night trying to score a ticket to the Airshow. I went to 2 places, concierge desk at some fancy hotels, and wasn't able to get a ticket. They ran out. The Airshow here only happens once every 2 years, and it's very popular this year because they're debuting the new stealth fighter, the Chinese stealth fighter. I really wanted to see that. So I woke up early. I got on a shuttle bus, went all the way down to the airport where the Airshow is happening, trying to score a ticket, and of course they sold out. They only have 80,000 tickets, and you can imagine in a country the size of China that people fly in from all over the country and all over the world for this. So how to get a ticket for that, I don't know. I'm a little bummed out about it. So instead I'm going to spend the day here in Zhuhai. Got a day off. It's a beautiful day. I thought about doing some hiking, but I just don't have the energy for it, to be honest. After a long trip to the States and a week of work, I'm going to relax a little bit. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on a bus. Buses in China are awesome. They're about a quarter, and you can go pretty much anywhere. They're really good public transportation systems. And Zhuhai is a beautiful city. And there's some things here in Zhuhai that I do want to check out. Later on tonight, it's a Friday night, I'm going to be meeting up with some friends who live in this city and go out on the town. I haven't actually gone out on the town here in Zhuhai yet, so I'm looking forward to that. It should be a lot of fun. Zhuhai is not a well-known city, but the prices here for hotels, for food, for just about anything is about 1/3 that across the border in Macau. So if you ever get a chance to come here, I highly recommend it. You really can, your money can go a long way. Now, because of the air show, all the hotels in town are fully booked and the prices are very expensive. The cheapest I could find was $200. So you can imagine that's about 1,200 RMB. I'm not going to pay that. I was able to find a little back alley hotel that's clean and it's fine. It's about $40. I actually slept pretty good there last night. This is Zhuhai's Seaside Park. Just got off the bus. It's just a little walk over to the Fisher Girl and to the beaches. Doesn't look like the greatest day for beaches, but we'll check out the Fisher Girl. So this is the Zhuhai Fisherman Girl. It's one of the top tourist attractions here in Zhuhai. It's famous throughout the country. A lot of people come here and get their pictures taken with it. It's overlooking this absolutely beautiful cove. Beautiful, really. This area here, this is an island, and I'm told has a really good running track that goes around it. I'll have to come back here and check that out sometime. But yeah, the bay, unfortunately the water looks pretty dirty. And I'm sure that it is, being at the mouth of the Pearl River. And they have this beach that runs all the way around it that is completely empty this time of year. It's November, but I'm told in the summertime there are more people here swimming. However, I probably wouldn't want to swim in that water, to be honest with you. It looks pretty dirty to me. Cheers. So, if I were to actually get a ticket to that air show, it would have cost me 600 RMB, which is a little less than 100 bucks. That's really expensive, especially when you come from the States and they have air shows all over the country and they're free. Of course, the food is expensive at the air shows, just like it is here. I mean, to get a hamburger and french fries would have cost me around $25 or the equivalent. Luckily, the Burger King back home in Shaolan, the manager's a friend of mine, and he was going to hook me up. But again, I guess I don't have enough guanxi to get a ticket. I'm still really bumming about that. But at least I get to go for a walk in this beautiful city along the ocean. Consolations can be a bitch. As I'm walking here, I'm going up to this, oh, look, a wedding. Oh. They call this Lover's Road, so we have a lot of weddings here in Zhuhai. It's kind of a tourist destination in China. But anyways, as I'm walking here, I'm going to the next thing I saw in the distance. It looks like a little gondola ride up to the top of a mountain. I noticed that Zhuhai is full of beautiful parks and mountains. That's one thing I don't have in my little town. I have two very small parks, which are beautiful and I love them, but they're tiny. The rest of it's all paved, concrete, factories, businesses, hotels. This is absolutely beautiful though. I can get used to this. I'm also told that this beach here is a man-made beach. This should be a rocky shore. Every year they come, they dump a ton of sand here, trying to get tourists to come and hang out at the beach. I also understand that it's not that popular, mostly because the water's so dirty. But still, yeah, it keeps the hotels along the seaside here full. I'll have to come back next summer and check it out. I believe, look right here, I think that is the Zhuhai Opera House. I'm not sure, it doesn't look like it's finished yet, but what an impressive looking building. And this is that island that I was telling you about, that everyone tells me is a good place to go running. If you pan, you can see down there at the point, there, that's the Zhuhai Fisher Girl. Off in the distance is Macau. And you might be able to break it out. There's a little bridge, not a little, a big bridge. It goes off and disappears into the distance. And that's the new Zhuhai Hong Kong Bridge. It's going to be the longest bridge in the world. I think it's the longest bridge in the world. Basically, it crosses the mouth of the Pearl River, going from Zhuhai Macau area all the way to Hong Kong Shenzhen area. Still being built, supposed to open up next year, I believe. Very beautiful sight. They have these gondola rides. I guess they're gondolas, carts, that go down the mountain. Doesn't look like it's a very popular option. If you ask me, it doesn't look very safe. anytime you have nets following you all the way down, kind of scares you. So I think I'm gonna take a nice leisurely stroll back. So it's the next morning. I'm on my way back to Zhongshan at the train station. One thing, because the train station's right at the border of Macau, you'll find that when you get here, your phone just lights up with text messages, and they're all advertisements. I've got 15 text messages, advertisements for everything from casinos to spas to restaurants. It's really quite annoying because you have to go through and delete each one. But just an odd anomaly. I'm not actually in Macau, but according to my phone, I am. One thing to try to remember is, when you travel by train, try and get a first class ticket. You can get coach, it's a couple bucks cheaper, but it's usually very crowded and nobody ever sits in their assigned seats. If you travel first class, it's very cheap to just upgrade if you can get the ticket and then you have an assigned seat and you're not so crowded. I also find that it's easy to get in and out of the train stations with a first class ticket. Just a little tip for you.